Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make lamb shoulder chop curry. So this is, or you can just say lamb curry. Lamb actually is not so common in especially most part of India, but if you go like up a higher region where they grow their own lamb, sheep, so they eat that a lot. I prefer lamb actually over mutton. Actually mutton, we say in India, mutton means goat. I prefer this lamb over goat meat. It's cooked faster and is like, I can say, it's better. Let's see what we need. First thing first, I'm heating 1 tablespoon of olive oil. You can use even coconut oil, or you can use avocado oil. Lamb shoulder chop I have. I'm gonna fry this. I'm just frying this literally for like 2 minutes one side. Okay, I had fried this both sides, 2 minutes each. See here. And I have this lamb shoulder chop. It's 1 pound total because they're very thin. So if you don't get like a thinner like this, no problem. You can get bigger one also, and you can still fry the same way. It's done. So okay, so here's what we need. So I have 1 medium size onion chopped. And I have a garlic. I have a 4 to 5 clove garlic chopped. I have 1 2-inch ginger chopped. So I just roughly chop them because I'm going to put them in a blender later. And spices we need. One thing about Indian food, what spice make food flavorful? Whole spices. So we have a bunch of whole spices I'm using here. And I have 3 green cardamom here, whole cardamom, and I have 2 whole clove. There's a clove, and I have a 2-inch of cinnamon stick. I have 1 teaspoon of cumin seed, and I have 8 to 10 peppercorn. Okay, so these are the whole spices, and plus I have a 2 bay leaf also, 2 teaspoon of salt or to taste, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, and you can use a whole coriander seed also if you have, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, half teaspoon of chili powder. So I'm using paprika. Paprika is like very give a little bit color to you. So I have 1 tablespoon of garam masala, 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. Tomato here you can use a 2 to 3 tomato, medium size, or you can use if you're using canned tomato, you can use 1 cup of canned tomato. I'm eating 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use avocado oil or coconut oil. You can use. First, I'm gonna fry this whole spices, all the whole spices. Okay, one thing I forgot about this, so fennel seeds. I'm using half teaspoon of fennel seed also here. Just add all the whole spices here, and now I'm going to add onion here and little ginger. Okay, so I'm frying this in a medium heat until they caramelize a little bit. Don't let this onion get burned, and so you have to keep stirring this. If you need more oil requirement, you can add some more oil also. Okay, while we're frying our onions, so I'm going to cut this meat here because I'm going to cut them in small pieces. And it's dependent up to you how small you want. So I'm just making like this big. And as you cut the meat, sometimes they have fat. So don't just use only fat, whole fat one side. You can just divide them into pieces like this. So this is a little bit fat and other is meat here. Okay, so when you chop are bigger also. See, some I have like one this big, so just leave it this way. You can get the meat out. And there's some meat and there's bone here, and so bone have lots of flavor also, so we can just cook this bone also with this. Okay, so as onion is done, you can see they got caramelized, and now I'm going to add this garlic. Just cook this garlic for a minute. Okay, let's add this tomato now. I'm going to add this bay leaf also here. Okay, let's cook all this for 5 to 6 minutes. Then I'm gonna put this in a blender. Okay, it's been cooking here 5 to 6 minutes. Now I'm gonna keep this aside. So let this cool. Okay, now I'm gonna blend this. This now it's cold enough. Now in the same pot, I'm using 1 tablespoon of olive oil here, and same pot. Just heat this a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna put this mixture, all the sauce, and add some water here. Get all the mixture out from here. There's so much here. Let this go for like 4 to 5 minutes here. Looks very smooth, very creamy. And this is like I'm making this completely gluten free and dairy free. Okay, now I'm going to add this meat here. Nicely mix this. Now we're going to add all the spices here except garam masala. Salt, coriander powder, chili powder, and turmeric here. Okay, we saved the garam masala here. We're gonna add this garam masala at the end. Okay, let's mix all spices together here. Now we're gonna add this lemon juice here. You can hold the seed in your hand and cover this. So let's cook this here for next 10 minutes. And then we'll check after 10 minutes. We'll check, and when you cook in this medium low heat, so then you don't get burned. It's good to use like a pot with a heavy bottom, but we have to keep checking here also because we don't want this meat to get burned because there's not much water here. So let's keep stirring this every like 2 to 3 minutes. Because been cooking here last 10 minutes, so now I'm going to add 2 cups of water here and mix this all. So you can cook this until this meat are done like soft, or you can see like after maybe 20-25 minutes because this meat take time to cook. And if you need like more water, you can add some more water. So when you adding some more water later, you can just boil some water here or in the pot. So leave it separate, and that water you can add here. Don't add any raw water later. So let this cook here for 20-25 minutes. Then we'll check this, and I'm cooking this in a medium heat. So now main thing is spices are done. So the main thing is meat. So now we have to cook this meat in here. And if you're not dairy free, you can add some yogurt right now, 2 tablespoons here, and mix this and cook along this meat. Okay, it's been cooking here last 25 minutes. Let's check. Looks pretty good. We just need to make sure meat is cooked. So let's check this meat. Yeah, it's almost cooked actually. So I think for me I will be okay with this, but if you wanna cook longer, you can add some water and cook this longer. I'm going to add this garam masala. If you remember, we have garam masala, so I'm gonna add this garam masala now. So you can eat this with the rice, naan, roti, Indian flatbread, or if you wanna cook this longer, like more soft, you can cook longer. It's up to you. And you can just taste some salt if you need, or chili. You can add here right now. Okay, here's the final presentation here. You can see, let me taste this. So good, and meat is very soft. You know, if you have like a lamb less, what you can do, you want to increase this, your dish. So you can add some potatoes here. I hope you guys will enjoy this. If you have any question, please comment below and let me know if you cook this recipe.